Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creativity and Legal Crises, an annual conversation hosted by Basinima. My name is Adiron Keolu, and I'm excited to be guiding you through today's conversation. We would also like to thank our incredible sponsors, Oduko Haru, Global Creative Hub, Schoolivo, and Oluwadamilola Enduring Foundation for making this event possible. Every year, we create this space to talk about something many creatives ignore until it becomes a problem, the legal side of creativity. In the creative industry, talent is important, but understanding contracts, rights, ownership, and protection is just as critical. Too many creatives lose opportunity, money, or ownership to their own work because they do not understand the legal framework of what they do. So today, we're having a very important conversation about how creatives can protect themselves and also build a sustainable career. In this session, we'll be hearing from our founder, Mr. Oduko Ezekiel, who will help us break down some of the biggest challenges creatives face and what we can do to avoid them. Let's move into the conversation.
Okay, thank you, Aderonke, and welcome everybody to Creativity and Legal Crisis 2.0. Last year we had this, and it was actually a phenomenal event that lasted on Twitter Space for more than 3 hours, thereabouts. And this year we are taking it bigger, we are making it better, and we are letting you guys to see and to know the strength that you need to have as a creative, and that's why we brought it in again this year. So whether you are a filmmaker, a graphics designer, a video editor, a motion designer, a shoemaker, a fashion designer, whatever you're doing that is a skill and requires your creativity, even a writer, right? I would boldly say something that there is always other sides to what you're doing. And today, one of the sides we want to talk about is the creativity part. And one thing you should always know that we do in Abasinima is to give you the education that you need as a creative to be the best in the field that you are in. So once again this year, we'll be having our phenomenal guest, that's Mr. Ezekiel Oduko Ifechukudeni. And he would be, I think I got the name, but he would be explaining and we'll be having a conversation to understand your guys and let you guys see from our lens. So, or also say from the lens at which the law, something like that, sees you. So, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good.
It's nice having you.
Pleasure to be here, actually. Thank you for having me today again.
Okay, so let's just go deep into what we want to do, what we have for people today. So when you talk about creativity and legal crisis, what comes to your mind?
When we talk about creativity
And legal crisis.
and legal crisis, legal crisis. Well, what comes to my mind basically, primarily, is intellectual property. And intellectual property, one. Another thing is defamation, two. But defamation in the context of content, while intellectual property in terms of creativity itself generally. So, yeah, mostly intellectual property. That's what first that comes to my mind. But the next thing that I'm going to think of after intellectual property is going to be defamation or libels.
Okay.
Right.
So the first thing that comes to your mind is intellectual property, and the next thing, after majorly intellectual property, and that intellectual property is more like how to protect what you own.
Yeah, intellectual property generally is just protecting what you already, what a company already, the estates of the assets, basically.
Okay, so let's start with intellectual property. If you want to talk about intellectual property, and it is how someone can protect what they own, how can someone actually, I own Abasinima, and probably I've not done anything, and I'm hearing now that this is how I can protect, or this is what I need to do to protect. So what are the things that, I don't know, But now I want you to help us probably a list to itemize things that ought to be done in this, should I say, in this Nigeria or in this time of the world now.
Okay, that's very good. It's a good question. All right. You Agba Cinema as a brand or as an individual, that's the first thing you want to take off from.
Okay.
Now, if you are going to be protecting yourself as an individual, it's a lot easier because it's just you. All you just do is to go and trademark it, right? Trademark the name Agba Cinema, so it becomes exclusively yours. But then you are going to be. It's not going to be easily transferable, of course. For you to transfer, you have to change ownership of each of those things you already own. But if you are going to be protecting as a brand, like an organization, then you may just want to, go through CAC, register it, and then use the CAC application to as an owner.
Okay.
Your CAC company, your company as the owner of the intellectual properties.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, if you are building a software, you own a brand, and you're doing this, so everything is going to be trademarked or protected to the company. So, should in case there's a change in ownership of the company, you don't need to start changing all these things individually. Those things are those, the only thing you need to do is just change the ownership structure on CAC.
Okay.
Then hand over, and then every other one kind of follows.
It follows suit.
Yeah. So, well, that's basically it. But if you want to protect yourself fully, right? Like I said, if you're a personal person, it's a lot easier. But still, there are some gray areas. It's not white and black.
Yeah.
Right. There are some gray areas. It has its cons and it has its pros. One of its pros is that it's a lot easier as a person, an individual,
But it's not easily transferred.
And that's one of its cons.
Okay.
But the pros of being an organization is that you're going to be easily transferred. The cons is you're going to have to spend
quite a number of amount of money.
There's a belief I know I have is this: no money is too much in protecting what you own.
Yeah.
No amount is too much. That's it. But in a reasonable price, yes. Not amount.
It's not too much to protect what you own.
What you own, because the cost of not protecting what you own,
it's actually more.
It's more.
Than
yes.
The cost of protecting.
Yes. So let's take this billboard and.
Oh dear. Okay.
And
Very Dark Man.
Very Dark Man. Yeah. This is that as an example. So there is a particular I think it's not the word Rattel, right? Rattel.
Yeah, Rattel.
Yeah, Rattel. Yeah. If you go and check the IPO portal right now, you realize that trademark Rattel in about 42 or 43 classes.
Oh dear.
The reason why I could not trademark in the 45 classes because someone else already trademarked in about 2 or 3 classes.
Wow.
So that was the reason why he was able to trademark. He wanted to trademark.
One
thing about trademark, one thing about intellectual property industry, instead of me just limiting it to trademark, intellectual property in general is this. It is not who started using it first. I don't care if you be using it, even if we are born with the name, I don't care. Why did I start it first? It's as simple as that.
Who filed
it first?
Who files it first?
It's first.
I'll trademark your name. You're welcome.
So it doesn't matter if you've been in the name since, if your great grandfather gave you the name.
Jesus.
It doesn't matter. It is filed. That is first come first serve. It doesn't care whether you've been. So there have been issues. There have been cases like, as a matter of fact, people usually ask me, like, Ezekiel, what's the difference? Which one is much more? Which should be best for me at this stage between CAC and trademark? I just tell them what you are building. That's what you want to raise as. Is it a product? If it's a product, if it's just a product, can it be fit in your existing company? If you have an existing company, can it be fit in your existing company? If yes, please go and trademark it and fit inside your existing company. Because the truth is this, nobody really cares about the names on the paper, like paperwork's names. Who only cares about the names on the brand, like the branded name. For example now, if you have your CAC, you registered your CAC and you've not done trademark, you have to go and set up a billboard and publicly claim that name, like make an advert on a billboard using that name. You just have no right, because if someone has taken that name, the person can come and sue you. It's as simple as that. The person can just sue you for impersonation. Because clearly that's what it is.
Basically similar. You just be VDM and part 2.
And the worst thing is, now the person cannot sue you if the person is in different industry.
But if the person does
And what I would always say to people is, see, you don't know, especially in Nigeria, a lot of people pivot a lot. Founders pivot a lot.
Yeah.
You find that they are building one thing, the next moment, or
you are already in another industry.
You are already in another industry, or your company itself. It's not like you change your brand. It's not like you close down the company. That same company has pivoted to something that is doing something different, entirely different from. So I would say that, see, really can't tell the future.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things I would say is, one of the things about today is this: if you have the resources, so try to trademark, or at least not all 45 classes, but so the ones that will be reasonably
okay, that looks reasonable enough.
Like those that will be reasonable, that looks like it's likely I can cross this thing.
At some point in my life.
At some point
let me just protect it now.
Because especially with that same name. Now, where we'll come back to the question, or to what I was saying before, that trademark or CAC. See, if you have an existing CAC that does not have a liability problem, what I mean a liability problem, that you've been filing your taxes on it, you've been filing does not have any issues, compliance issues, just trademark everything you want on that says. But if you have a compliance issue, please don't. Now, one of the things I'll say is, you see all of the people that are having companies of like 100 million, 10 million shares, etc. Some of these people, a lot of them also have a company of like 1 million shares capital too. A lot of them. Right? What I would just say is, if you don't have and you have the resources, don't trademark or copyright anything. Don't protect anything under your personal name, especially something that has to do with a branded asset. Instead, if you don't yet, if you know what your company you're having now is like a 10 million share capital company, see, there's what they call structure of a company. As a brand, you want to properly structure yourself so that if one of your, if you are it, so you at least you are still protected in some way. Okay, one of the things I always recommend is that have a company that is responsible for intellectual property. I mean company that intellectual property are registered under. Company that owns the intellectual property. Do not make the operating company the owner of the intellectual. If you have the resources, especially when you have the resources to do this, and again, just make it a million share capital, because nobody really cares. It's just to protect the name basically and make sure that you're compliant with the basic thing, which is the sales and all filing, and the and your tax, your NIS file it regularly.
That's all.
That's all. Basically, that's all. Provided you don't have any special thing you are doing on that stuff. That's all. Then your operating company cannot be the one compliant with NDPC. If you need to be compliant with FCCPC or whatever regulatory body that you need to be compliant with, let the operating company face, because the operating company can be it. And if the company that you own is the one that is that is covering everything, is one that owns the intellectual property, the operating company, what happens when when it's faced something that you cannot, it does mean that the intellectual property has also gone with the company. That's what it means, because the fact that you're a founder does not even give you the right to transfer the intellectual property of that company away by itself.
Wow.
Yes, there are processes to do that, but because the fact that you're just the founder, you cannot do it without the consent of the company itself. So it means there's just going to be a lot of back tights as to why. So just if you have the resources, try to have a separate operating, It's
Like-
called it's called sorry, there's a word for it. It's called a intellectual property asset, an asset company.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, basically. Some companies not just own intellectual property on that. It's like they not just it's just Nigeria that we don't really take what's it called? We don't really take patents very seriously in Nigeria. We don't take intellectual properties. You see a lot of companies, they don't have, if you ask them what, they'll tell you it's trade secret. How is it what is it protected on? Like, yes. Fine. We know that anybody that created something
Owns it.
by
By
by law.
Yeah.
Right? The law states that whoever creates something is the first owner.
Yeah.
Right? So, that's going to bring back to a topic very simple. Let's just finish this thing. So you need to ensure that you are protected. Everything that needs being protected, protect it. You're a company, and then you have a catchphrase or a slogan or a motto or something.
And it's not
And
protected.
then you are just going. It's not protected.
You're playing with your life.
No, you may not even be playing with your life. But does it make sense? Make it make sense.
I guess.
So someone say now, you say intellectual property, you say intellectual what? It's because it's the truth. It's the truth. How can you be having a company for how many years has Bill been having Vatel? And then only to find, and he has the resources.
All these times you have.
He has the resources to have, I don't know. I'm sure that he's well surrounded with people that are, But one of the things that when I say things that my question is, those legal representatives, the compliance officers, the people in charge of compliance and management or a management board, do they ever even think about compliance?
Now, it's looking in terms of VDM or in terms of Billard.
Yeah, in terms of Billard.
No, right.
Hold on. I'm going somewhere. In terms of Billard, not just him, because I've dealt with a lot of companies that the founders are just very
Lackadaisical.
exactly. They're just like, so what? If you don't do it, so what? If you don't do it, you will lose your brand. Let me not say you may not lose your company, you lose your brand.
You lose your name.
And what happens if you lose your brand and the person sends you a letter that stop is refrain from using this name because it has been protected, and you refuse, and the person then come and sue you for money you do not have.
Imagine someone sues
And then
$100 million.
exactly. And then
You just
at
see
what
that
case level you will start negotiating,
and they will not hear
and
because they begged you did not answer.
by the time you want to settle outside court now, the person will also still take at least everything that you want, you will take it. Like, why don't you just do the barest minimum? Nobody is coming to steal your money. Just do the barest minimum. We really jump into compliance. So let's not even go there because a lot of founders, a lot of business owners, they are just the level of their anyhowness
Is much.
they will not be like, and so what?
What will happen?
And so what? Like,
What's gonna happen?
I was speaking to some of my students, and that got employed, basically, as an accountant because I train accountants.
Okay.
So, and then they were like, okay, my boss have not done this and that. And when I tell him, he says, and so what? What will happen? I think that this thing
Tell him what will
consequences of this. They said yes. I said no problem, no
Let it happen.
The day it will happen,
They will come back crying.
and they come and look, asking you for solution. At that time, there is no solution. Because the only thing is to beg the person that has to marry, okay, find a middle ground. Is that the person leaves it for you and sells it to you something that you could have done for less than 200,000 naira?
No, we have
Let's say
millions.
it's person that starts selling it for you by $1 million naira per one.
Per class.
Yeah, per class.
Oh dear.
Or maybe more. Maybe more. And if the person just want to just hate you, the way VDM and period. You know, we tell the guy, go F yourself. I don't care.
I don't care where you're coming from or where you're going to.
Like she just can't use. I'll make sure I come
You are
for
not
you
going
every.
to. But you see, this VDM and period matter. Literally, Raquel is for VDM. Milo just literally wanted to look for trouble. So that was why it was not like he did not play the new harp.
Okay.
He renamed the harp that they have for crypto thereabouts. He changed it to Raquel. So just to look for trouble, then he started saying that he has trademarked it. That was after he had said he has trademarked it. VDM gave him a little bit time. Let that one settle. Now brought proof that he has trademarked it in all of these classes. He didn't show proof. Then after that, he did signboard again and all of that. VDM left him, let him have his peace. Then after
there's a word there's a saying that goes, when your enemy is making mistake,
you let
tell
them.
them.
You let
You
them.
try applaud them.
You have done that. Okay, no problem. I like what you're
There are
doing.
many ways you applaud them. You applaud them by being vulnerable, like being scared. Oh my God. No, you're not. You are just, intensifying for them to keep making that mistake.
In short, I'm enjoying what you're doing.
But you don't know.
You literally, it's like someone is, the truth, and this someone is lying to you, and you're like looking at the person.
Applaud them.
Well,
So basically that's it. So again, you see the intellectual property is something that creators basically need to take very seriously. Because through this, if there are no agreements between you and the company that is hiring to do a job, you can keep quiet, so you don't need to say anything to them. Let me say you are creating if you're a software developer, you are creating a product for a client, and there is no agreement about in the agreement there's no intellectual property transfer.
okay.
You don't have to say anything because of course it's in your own favor. Because by law it's yours.
Yeah.
So after everything, if the company eventually raises funds, you can go and tell them that I want to collect my house back. It was like, we paid you. Like, no, you paid me, yes. You paid me
You paid me to borrow you.
You paid me to borrow you.
Jesus.
You did not ask me to transfer the rights to you. Yeah, I built it for you, but it's still mine. I can decide to,
I
take it
own
down.
everything.
I own it.
Because it's my hard work.
It's mine. So just try. It's like, see, the thing is, if you're going to give a lawyer to draft your documents for you, of course, which I recommend that you do.
Every single time.
Maybe not a lawyer, maybe someone experienced in the industry.
Okay, yeah. Now answer is there.
If you are going to give someone experience, please let me use a lawyer, because now let me use a lawyer before I come to someone who's experienced. Not every lawyer is experienced.
Yes, that one too.
In the corporate governance.
Yeah, in corporate world.
Not every lawyer is.
Yeah, and there's some
lawyers that
order to charge and bill.
there's some exactly. No, let me know if we call them charge and bill.
Really, not like charge and bill though.
There are some lawyers that they are good,
but not in the corporate part. They are not concentrated
when
in the
it comes
corporate
to
part.
you now ask those kind of lawyers to write you like what are you writing? I show you. They're just like, what are you writing? I show you. They're just trying to protect themselves. Yes, so you need to read all 15 pages. If you don't, you go and sign anything. Who knows? You sign your warrant, sign your death warrant. Wow. Yeah, you don't know. That's why you need to creators try and read those documents. What you don't understand, carry Google. Google is your friend.
Literally, Google is your friend. Though.
If you don't have, I'm not saying. See, some lawyers are just may not be very affordable, and it's not their fault. That's their source of income, and if they start permanent source of income, and
they are being affordable to everybody, they will not.
No, it's not about being affordable. If they are, of course, affordable to a number of people, at least they will break even.
Yeah,
but just how many people are trying to a lot of people are going to ChatGPT. A lot of people, ChatGPT is their law firm. I'm serious. Like ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is their law firm.
I'm serious. Yeah, ChatGPT is their lawyer, is their law firm. Like I'm not talking about their lawyer. Is their law firm.
It's their accountant.
Is everything. So, and those kind of people, it's very easy for them to make mistakes. And those kind of, it's funny how I read a document drafted by an AI for a client. Like the client asked, "Do you have an existing document?" I was like, "Oh, I gave this person a document and he signed." I was like, "Send me the documents." So he sent it to me. I was like, "Oh, 7 pages." I was like, "Oh, because I've been a lawyer that drafted it." Okay, I went through it. I was like, I was very, very surprised because I've seen a lot of people draft ChatGPT, use ChatGPT to draft, and
it's rubbish.
Because don't like ChatGPT don't like AI
cloud
or
you have to know what
to prompt for it to actually do something proper.
Yeah, that's
it's not like it can't. Yeah. So when I checked it, I was like, okay, who did this for you? He said ChatGPT. I was like, okay, and I asked some further questions. I said, it's the template. So I like, okay, that explains it because there is no way you can't. You need to have there are some things that are still missing that are very important.
Oh yeah.
There is, for example, now the right of first refusal. Although it was a co-founder agreement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the co-founder is not the technical founder. The co-founder is the technical founder.
The co-founder.
Yes, is the technical founder.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's a technical person, and he is not a technical person.
Oh.
So now, and guess what? It was so detailed, but some things were missing. And as a matter of fact, their intellectual property, this thing was vague. You know, one thing was, if you are drafting a contract document, you need to ensure that the document is not vague. It's as precise as possible. So that to any reasonable person, to anybody reading it, to a reasonable person who can read and understand,
would read and understand what is there.
By first thought, should be able to understand that, okay, this is what this thing is talking about. Because once that is out, once a reasonable person start giving many thoughts, once it's ambiguous, then
there's a
problem because then it's exposed to multiple. Once it's exposed to more than one interpretation, it's a problem already. So to make sure that it is free of ambiguity, for you to be able to, come up with something very
reasonable.
See, bottom line is this: if you are going to be a creative and you're going to excel in a creative industry, you need to be able to read documents.
As a creative,
you need to be able to read and understand documents for yourself. So even you're going to send it to the lawyer. So you and your lawyer can have
a discussion.
Do you know how difficult when your lawyer needs to walk through everything?
You yourself as a person, you need to have gone through it.
You need to have okay. But your lawyer didn't talk about something like I saw something, I don't know the meaning, I don't have checked it all, but I don't know why it's here.
The lawyer to even work faster.
The lawyer will not be done to, okay, I tell you, the lawyer will not be done to, okay, this and this and this is why, and this and this is why. Right? I'm not saying that you should read and challenge. I'm saying read and understand.
Yeah.
So when your lawyer is talking to you, you understand
what you're going for.
You understand what you are going for. It's not like one that yes. By the time the lawyer is finished, he's done talking. Right. You don't even remember the first thing he said.
Yeah, no.
Because why? It feels too much for you. You see, that's the problem. You see, compliance generally feels too much. It feels overwhelming for every startup founder. Even for management board, compliance feels overwhelming. How much more a startup founder that thinks that everything that he needs to do is build and launch his products? I'm serious. It takes everything he needs to do is build and launch his product.
Push it to
marketing is there. You will first to run mad.
Marketing is
now there.
Marketing is one of the craziest part.
You see, people underestimate all these things.
It's crazy.
People underestimate.
This comes more from when the founder is now just a technical person.
Exactly.
They just think, most of them, let me say maybe a first-time founder, most of them literally just think, when I'm done, everybody, like when I hear,
If a product is good, you need to market it, sell itself.
that's the wrong guest. Like, that's the wrong guest.
Good. I'm a very good developer. I'm a very good creative. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Yeah, I don't need to run that. Seriously, I've seen a lot of founders that have maybe not. I've seen first-time founders, right? Actually, to run through that issue, they created their app. Most of there's this thing that when you create something because of a problem you have and you think everybody has, you are going to have issue on the long run because you had that. Okay, let me use an example now. I wanted to carry my water, or I wanted to pick up my food, and I think I don't feel like always going to that table to pick my food. Let me create a robot or let me create a software that can make my phone come here. It's a me problem. You understand?
Sorry, if you're able to create a software that can
bring it up.
Oh, you are using it for the wrong device. You should be a transportation company.
Yeah. Now you tell us.
Okay. I vote.
No, imagine, because that is or let me use this because I think there is hold up on the road. I want to know where there is hold up on the road before I leave home, and I create a software that tells me before I leave home. Yes, it's actually a very excellent thing. But when it comes for the time for you to now begin to know that have your work on Play Store or App Store, it's another thing for people to actually download. Another thing for them to download and use. Because as at that point in time, that's when you now begin to understand that it's not just about marketing. They can actually live their life outside of it. So the more outside of the circle of your app or whatever you're building, you need to understand that it's not a core thing that would make the. I ask people, why do you think WhatsApp keep adding features? They want people to always stay on the app because they're finding out that people are leaving. Like, they want you to, at another point, they added status. That, okay, at least if you have something to watch about other people, you have more reason to actually stay longer in the app. They added WhatsApp channel. Now you can run ads inside WhatsApp. A reason to confine you inside that place, despite the fact that there's Instagram and there's still Facebook that is being owned by Meta. They will always give you something to want to keep you between in the midst of what they want. So most of the time, when it comes to first-time founders, the problem they have is, I have this problem, I can see this problem. Most of them don't do market research. They don't check, okay, if I have this problem, how many people have this problem? Because it is one thing to create the product. Is that the second problem they will now have is when it comes for people to pay. Okay, now you're just telling me to start paying because this app can tell me that there is traffic on the road. Why should I can easily call someone. Yes, it is good, but when it comes to an understanding the payments, the way Nigerians love to pay.
You see, there is this thing I like to say. There's one thing to build your app.
It's one thing, yeah.
Yes. And it's another thing to have made a research for building your app.
It's completely different.
And this is why I always say that, see, if you are new in a field, don't try to be innovative. Just try to be what everybody is doing at first. Nobody is saying that you can't be innovative. Nobody is saying, but chances are that thing you think you want to innovate on, you are wrong.
Yeah.
There's a great chance. Is that your own goal? You're too early.
Because entry market is not that crazy thing.
So if you are too early to crash you, it will crash you, not cook.
It will literally crash you. Another person will now come and do the same thing. Now be asking that
I did this
thing. You were too early.
Now, apart from this matter is not about being early, it's about being building right. There's, for example, nobody is going to pay a subscription fee to check traffic.
Seriously.
Nobody's going to pay every time they want traffic
Even
either.
Netflix, so they are still.
So what then? These people that have created a traffic view system,
Yeah.
they need a product. That is not a product.
That's just the future.
That's
Just give it as a feel. Let them enjoy.
actually a feature. Something that should be for free.
That's just what I'm saying.
Yes, and then Google Maps too. You can
easily do that on Google Maps.
check
Yeah.
whether there's traffic somewhere or not.
Google
You
Maps can
see
easily
every
do
traffic,
that.
you see red, low traffic, you see kind of yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yeah. I think I'm not really sure about the color, but I know Google Maps does
Yeah,
that.
so why do you guys what's already free and readily available by everybody? Anybody using an Android phone, which is vast majority, literally has it on their device for free. What will make them now download yours and pay for yours? Like, what are you giving them?
Right.
There is
a lot.
something else you need to offer. I'm just saying. I'm sure that's just an example,
Okay.
right? Again, there are so many ways that there are things that are when it comes to pricing. See, pricing is a different conversation.
There's a lot
There
though.
are so many things. So when I say a lot of founders, I'll feel like, okay, you figure it out.
On the loan, that's it. As you can, you can be consistent and
I have
stay in the game.
I even have one recently. It's raising funds. Has raised funds. Right. She has raised funds. Like the money to content.
Wow. Okay.
Then it's just so interesting that the amount of time she has pivoted. And you know what? Each of the pivots gives me goosebumps. Because it's just like, oh, this is it. Every time, this is it. Like each one of it feels a lot more
Better.
promising than in previous. And guess what? It's actually promising. It's not like it just feels promising. It's actually promising. So it's just like picking. And that's one thing I say about entrepreneurship. See, if you're creative, one of the things that it means you're an entrepreneur too. So try as much as possible to pivot.
As much as possible.
Graphics designer, try and pivot.
It's like saying have multiple streams of income.
It's not pretty much about you can leave graphics designing alone and do something else.
Maybe
So it's not about creating multiple streams of income. I'm not saying you should create. I'm saying that you should. Let me tell you something. The truth is this: multiple streams of income itself is it's a lie. You need one stream to make you wealthy, but you now need multiple streams to now sustain it. If you are not yet wealthy and you try to engage in multiple streams of income, you will crash.
Okay.
It's a lie. Do you know how Dangote got rich? Look how Elon Musk got rich. Dude, these guys just don't one thing. Probably is when they're even selling it off. That was when they even make their money.
Okay.
You will claim that Dangote has multiple, how many companies? They'll start mentioning names. These people, how did they make that first money that they're using?
I think what you're trying to say is your big break would actually come from one. But
so don't try to do anything.
Your sustainability comes from multiple.
Exactly. So don't try your big break.
Okay.
This is the essence of focus.
How will I put it? Don't spread your wings when you can't fly.
One way to put it.
Because if you are trying to fly into another place and your wings can't open wide, you're literally not just going to crash maybe the person you are holding. Where you are going to, you will not get it.
So you see what the Bible said about casting your bread upon many waters. Ecclesiastes 11 verse 1. So there are different verses there are different translations.
Okay.
But I take the New Living Translation, the NIV, and King James. One of them talk about casting your bread upon many waters. Some of them actually use a different translation, but cast your bread. When we say cast your bread, not your seeds, because your seed is not enough to be casted upon many waters.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I think if I get what you are trying to say, it's like a phrase, a quote is actually on my head that goes around. You don't use how will I put it? You have how will I put it? When you have you don't use the money for A to fund B, something like that. So if you have a company, you don't pick from that, and when it's not politics you are doing that, you are taking from every ministry that is under you. So if company A is successful, right? You leave company A alone. If you want to exit company A and go and start company B, you have to leave company A alone, let company A keep growing while you go to company B and you stay there. So it's not like you now say, oh, I want to have many streams of income. When you don't have that big break yet, and you are just like, oh, this one make 5 naira today. Instead of letting that 5 naira grow the same company back, you are not taking that 5 naira and you are pouring it into another one. This one will struggle. And the other one too will still struggle. It's like the way Kagan will use an example. We'll say if you in quote of people that gives anyhow, right? Majorly, let me say even to siblings. He used one example one day. He says, imagine you have to build your house and all you have in these 10 blocks. And you have that 10 blocks, and that 10 blocks you have 10 bedroom flat, right? You can stay there. All your family can stay there successfully. If one of your brother comes in and say, me, so I want to start building my house, give me one block. Literally, if you should give that person down one block, I promise you, both of you will be homeless. Because you can't finish, and both of you will literally be homeless as at that point. From that, it just says, what it says, sustain yourself with multiple, but don't expect if I'm going to make it in life, it's not because of income or multiple streams, because I have this one. And I think it's one thing I've noticed with even investors. If investors want to come and they found out that you have more than one company, they won't. Because the thing that I'm going to tell you is, how should I invest when you have 10 things calling your attention? In short, you have to, if I'm giving you my money for you to do this, it's a do or die affair. It's either it works or it works. So you cannot tell it works when there is another business that you're still running. And it's just like, I think that explains better.
Okay, yeah, that explains better. So I'm just going to chip into that.
Okay.
Let me just put that into better perspective.
Awesome.
So if you are pouring water into a cup and you are pouring water out to other places in the cup, the water may finish that is pouring,
and none of the cup will be full,
and that cup may not be full.
In short, none.
So it is best to let the cup be full. Then out of the overflow, let others start filling up. That's it. So I'm just trying to make a correction to something.
Okay.
You can have more than one company.
Yeah.
But be successful already in one.
Before you dive into others.
Before you say you want to open 3 other companies.
Let's be
very successful already.
Have something that you can call your name.
It's not going to be as if you are pouring away from one cup. No, the other one, they are benefiting from one company. They are only benefiting from the overflow of the company.
Yeah, I get that.
They are not benefiting. They are not chucking their inside the company.
It will be more easier. It will be more easier. Okay, let's imagine when Dangote started cement. Might not be very easy. When he wanted to go into sugar, it's very easy because we already know Dangote. When he wanted to go into flour, it's already easy. We already know Dangote. That means, if you know this video where they were sitting with the president of Nigeria, all of them were like, I'm the clinic of Dangote group of companies. When it's his own turn, he said, I am the Dangote.
I'm Dangote. I am Dangote.
So, there's no way he wants to enter. The big break you have in one, automatically, even if it does not open 100% of the door, it will open the door more than someone that does not have any name. It's like, I want to enter compliance now, and you are already in compliance. How will I put it? Or now your son wants to enter compliance, the industry at the same time. Forget about it. The name Odukoya has gone far. And by any door you gets to and say, oh, Oduko, they will open the door. When I get to and say I'm bad, they will first say, as how. Literally, because that's just, if you want to enter the media space, it's more of in the same space because a lot of people have heard the name, but they realize when they say, yeah, Oduko, sorry, where is it? Who are you? Where is it coming from? And all of that. But I think it makes more sense. It's not like you don't have multiple sources of income, but just have common sense when you want to have multiple sources of income.
Exactly. So you can only get your big break from one.
From one, yeah.
Then diversify
your whatever you're doing
into just keep growing.
And that's actually how you can now build your wealth.
Only then can you actually
sustain your wealth.
Yes. Yeah. So only then can you sustain it. That's the best way. Only they can use it because that you can hire people who can, work in your best interest.
You already know people already.
So you cannot be struggling
with. You are not struggling.
You cannot be struggling with one and be struggling with another.
You don't want to start selling car now. Do you think you will struggle?
Actually, Dangote, what I like about Dangote is that if you check his business model, he has a circular.
Yeah. He has the
so he's not going to, if you want to go into cars, make sure that he's the producer of the car.
He will not start on that. You think he will struggle like me and you that want to just start selling.
So he will make sure that's the thing. That's for another topic. Like the way the world will build their wealth is
it's
just a little bit.
It's different from the way the poor will build their money.
Again, if you have multiple sources of income, try not to. Especially when they are not, especially when they are far apart from each other. But if they are kind of closely related, like for example, you are a UI UX developer and you're also a software developer, I've seen.
Yeah, that's similar.
Yeah, so it's similar. You cannot say that as multiple. That's one stream of income. Yes, you can say, oh, it's multiple streams of income
because it's not big enough.
Yes, within the same niche. It's actually multiple source of income though, but just try as much as possible to merge the one you can merge and let the one that you cannot merge. Just let them go for now, or pursue the most promising or the one that will break you even the earliest.
Yeah.
So I've seen a founder that dropped one of his company and said, "Look, I'm going to come back to this company." Alright, just focus because this company is going to take me years
for me to eat that big break.
And
I don't have that time to spend.
I don't have that time yet. And I need money to sustain this company because I'm not going to use people's money to run this. Because this is this. There is more money than their startups to give it to. But in truth, they are looking for money.
Yeah.
Than they are investors ready to give.
Yes.
But there are more money in circulation than eligible startups there to receive. What I'm saying is this. Try and build a brand to a level where you become eligible to receive
money. Yeah.
Because you cannot be telling people to put their money where you have not put your money.
It's crazy.
How much of the money have you invested?
You're looking
for 10 millionaire. You're looking for some of you even have the goals to say you're looking for 100 millionaire when you don't even have up to 1 millionaire in your account. No. I'm not saying that. Like if you can't it was US, you would have been granted. Just go in Nigeria.
How much do you have?
The Nigeria funding system is a US they will give you money if you have 10% chance of being successful. Just 10%. But Nigeria, they need to be sure that you are like 80%.
It's not like
you have to prove that. See, even if you have competitors, they are not up to your level. You need to be able to stand. Again, see, let's just go back to the lesson. See, when a lot goes into running a business,
seriously.
And that's why if you are employed, and you would think that leaving your employed job, and go and open a business will give you peace of mind. Should I tell them?
No, let them do it.
If you are creative and you are employed in a company, what I like about creative is this: you can work in more than one company.
Very well.
At a go. So if you're a creative and you are employed in a company, it doesn't stop you from, as a matter of fact, it doesn't stop you from pursuing
whatever you want
to do. So why should you
resign?
See, there are ways of if you want to resign to get for sure another
Stuff.
another job again, it's fine.
Fine. But why should you like?
But you want to resign to go and start something that is completely uncertain.
The Lord will help you.
The Lord will help.
If you are ready,
It's possible. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but ensure that
you are
you have
one
no. It's not about 12 months. You have drum that you pack your tears because you will cry. And have journals
that you write.
that you will cry. You see, I'm just because you can have 6 months of saving, you blow everything in 3 months because as a business
In the space of one day,
moment you are rich, the next you are broke. You are sleeping broke, you are waking up rich. You are sleeping rich, you are waking up broke. And this is because this is mostly founders that have really not found their big break. You know, people that have found their big break that have now probably diversified into money market and stuff still face this. I'm not going to say that now. Money that you can are available to be spent. If you're a founder, you understand. Not every money that comes to your account is available to be spent. So money that is available to be spent, like one moment is there, you're spending. Next moment, you're looking for money again like a thief. So it's just the circle. So you cannot be doing this and be doing multiple. You just die.
Because you are talking about company here, you are talking about company B. How do you want to survive?
See, let me tell you something. It's not like you cannot run multiple sources of income still. But if you're going to be running multiple sources of income, make sure you're not the one running it.
Yeah, you're not like really
you're not the one leading it. Yes, just be the one sure you're not the one leading. Because it's not. I'm just speaking because there are a lot of people that still think that they can. Of course you can, but ensure you're not the one leading. Because if you are the one leading it, and unless you're not doing it well, you will cry. Imagine now cry. Imagine if you have to cry 2 times a month for one company. 2 times a month is too even.
It's
like once a week you have to cry. It doesn't mean that you have to be crying. You now have like 5 companies. You be crying every day. Like exactly, you crying every day. Because there's some companies that will not be like, God, what is it? Because
truly everything is smooth.
This is because
next second it will be like everything you've been doing from the beginning of your brand is completely rubbish. This is asking question. How did I get here?
This is because you take it every single time. Especially when you not break in a business, you will have to take risk.
You don't have option. It's literally the game.
That's why they say they are risk management. They are risk managers. You just assess the risk. Okay, it goes out. How bad can it?
What's the worst that can happen?
The worst thing that can happen?
Okay.
That's the problem of that all those managers that have built founders basically that have built kind of a sustainable business and they are not managing it.
They don't want to take much of risk again.
So no, they are biggest risk takers because why will you be telling me? Why will you be telling me basically? I will be telling someone and so what if I don't renew my license? What will happen? Yeah, make it sense. Because if you are not the biggest risk taker, then what are you? And so what if I did not sign an agreement with these people that are building my software? What we are? No, we own it. And if I'm the one advice those people building your software, I will just tell them to calm down. Let you blow first. Because if you are not going to blow, there's no need. But I have been blowing now come and be your guy. You have not
come and buy it.
Yeah, come and pay us off.
You like this like that. It's just lawyer that say you not even enter the person's DM.
No,
you just have a lawyer.
No, not the lawyer. Just enter. Okay, why are you doing like this? We not sign. Where is the contract to be signed? I developed software for you. Where is the intellectual property clause in the document? Don't know you that.
You don't have. If I ask a lawyer, you do is called. In this case, you did not. He said, "What's him off?"
Again, if you are If you don't have a lawyer firm are willing to learn to make researches,
Yes.
start writing, drafting. So
But
at least when you receive it,
read.
you can
It's basic
understand, you can challenge it, speaking to a
questions.
lawyer. Because, but first, before signing an agreement, please do if you can afford it. Because to be honest, usually the cost of not getting one is greater. The cost of ignorance is actually greater. The cost is greater. So just try as much as possible to reduce these things. These things are to be the list of your problems.
Yeah. On
And
the long
again,
run, there's
in the
going to
case
be.
you are building anything as a founder, we are, and because one thing our founders have always, they don't, a lot of founders don't even know the kind of list of licenses they need to be. People who have been working in the
Serious.
company for like a number of years, they don't even know the list of compliance document they need to have. They don't know. So building this software that's
Okay.
is well, kind of the core registry is the registry plus software. So basically, it has all the list of
Every
compliance
compliance you
documents,
can need.
everything, CSC, SCMO, NDPC, your tax, your VAT filing,
So
your LIRS,
it
because
makes
it's
your
an
life
event,
easy to know what you need and what you don't
your
need.
special licenses, your NDPC, your DPR permit, your drilling license, your basically all license now.
I think for a creative, those that fly drone, there's a license for before you can fly drone also. I think so.
There is none.
There is, you can just fly a drone anywhere, anyhow.
You can't just fly what?
A drone
Depends on the
on.
scale.
Okay, yeah, that's also
Depends on
there.
the scale. So again, there are licenses that you need to have to actually operate. This is not just for creative, but for general business. So it's called registry. So what you just need to do is go in. So instead of you having to, so that one of the reasons we build this is because one person cannot do all these things. You speak with your lawyer can only do as much and tell you to meet another person, probably refer it to another person. And the other person can only do as much and refer it to another person. Like, for example, one person does your CAC, another person does your taxes, another person does your other licensing, another person does basically in oil and gas, another person does your
That's a lot.
NMDPRA, another person does this, another person does that. So it's just more like a central system where you get to see things you're able compliant about. Every document you're compliant about. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to reach out to us to start explaining to you. Because you don't know, of course, you don't know what you need to apply for. Then how will you know what you need
What
to
you
apply
need
for?
to get.
So, of course, you don't need to describe your
So
industry.
it's more like a central place where you get every information you need.
Yeah,
as someone that's trying to start in the industry.
Yeah, so you don't need to describe your industry.
And
After you describe your industry, the ones that are related to your industry, that are
just
related
going
to
to
you,
pop
pop
up.
up. Then you can read articles of each and watch videos of each. For like a 5 minute video of each, kind of tells you to get an idea why it is important, if at all you even need it. So yeah, so something like that helps you, you know, put your documentation together so that you can. One of the things that will make you ready, investor ready,
Investors ready.
is your compliance document. Are you compliant? That's one of the things. So one of the things I would say that if you want to spend your money on marketing and compliance as a founder.
Thank you.
Because honestly, you should only spend your money. One of the most important things: spend your money getting compliance. At least get compliant to a level where you have no issues. You know, there are people building fintechs, and then they cannot start getting CBN licensing. So they need to get some basic compliance document
Before
to be
you
able to
get
partner with bigger firms, because those bigger firms that have licenses, for those partner with you, they need some kind of list of licenses. Yeah, you have some kind of documentation in place already.
Okay, thank you, Adirunke. And
most important thing. Spend your money getting compliant. At least get compliant to a level where you have no issues. There are people building fintechs, and then they cannot start getting CBN licensing. So they need to get some basic compliance document to partner with bigger firms, because those bigger firms that have licenses, for those partner with you, they need some kind of list of licenses. You have some kind of documentation in place already. So at least those documents, you spend your money on those things, get those things in place. Then
it's not like something you would get today and after 2 months they'll tell you to come and get again. It's like just get once.
What? What's that?
I said it's not like something you get now, and after 2 months, when it's not like tax is what I know probably you get to do every month thereabout. All these documents, like your CAC registration now, once you do it once, you're good to go for probably many years.
Question mark.
No, I'm not like saying like for all. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there are some that can take you for like number of years. It's not like they're going to call you after 2 months and say, okay,
not after 2 months, but definitely all compliance. Put in mind that every compliance document is a renewable document.
Yes.
There are no compliance document that
is no renewal.
Even your SCUMOL. Many of you think that SCUMOL is just once, get it once and you're done for it. No. SCUMOL has an annual filing. It's an annual reporting system that you report. A lot of people don't know about these things, and this is because it's not even enforced.
At this point, literally every founder.
So the thing is trouble. Ensure that your compliance is not something that you do once and you forget. You need to be on the IQ. It's not a sprint. You've gotten to the finish line. Even trademark is the only one that had the longest.
Okay, yeah, it was trademark that was my mind. I think 7. Yeah, trademark was what was my mind.
The only one that has the longest. And trademark itself, to be honest, it takes long time to complete the trademark.
Yeah.
It's when between acceptance letter, your trademark activities, what people call stage 1, and the certification is like a year or 6 months. The earliest is 6 months. That's exactly the gap between it. So let's not go there. Again, just try to protect yourself. Intellectual property is one thing that you need to really look into, like system design, patents, system or industrial design, basically, patents, copyrights, and then your trademark. Copyrights, music's beats, drawings, books, copyrights, trademark, brand names, brand color, basically not color per se, brand names, logo, catchphrase, motto, slogan. That's it. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Then patents, you have an hardware, you created a new way you invented something new that has never been invented before. You made an improvement to a reasonable improvement to an existing design. Reasonable. I'm using the word. Or you made let me say something, a pen. You made no pen, of course, you made another way of a pen, another design of a pen. Maybe.
So that means, the way you're mentioning pen, the way, let's say, big, for example, nobody can literally just, if they patent their design, you can't just clone their design and
you can't just clone their design.
They are literally going to mess you up.
You can't just clone their design. So maybe you want to make a pen that you can call from thin air. Who knows? So, who knows what the future will bring. That's you cannot patent the software. You can only patent hardware. So again, one thing you should remember as a creative is that trademark is territorial.
Trademark is also territorial.
It's territorial. So if you trademark in Nigeria and you are operating also in the US, you need to go and trademark
in both countries.
Not just both countries, because
US, I think US is states.
Particular states, yes, you need to trademark in the states. You see, operating with clients from Florida, so you need to trademark also in Florida. Aside from the fact that you're trademarking in Nigeria, same to with other.
This is a whole lot, but I want us to.
But I always say if you have the resources, go for the Madrid system. HIV international.
Oh, okay.
for the
There's one that
magazine.
actually covers international.
No, not. It only covers few countries.
Okay.
It's called the Madrid system trademark.
Okay.
So
But that'll be
covers a couple of countries.
and it will just help you stay safe in all of those countries. I think.
Yes.
That's fair. So, before I move forward, I want to ask if people want to reach out to you, or probably your Instagram handle, can you just spell it out?
Oh,
But you don't know, probably want to book a consultation or something. So, how can I reach out to you? Is there like a phone number? I'm not sure you want to put your phone number out.
Well, of course, I'm very comfortable putting my phone number out there.
Okay, so you can just give us, call your phone number like 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Or your Instagram handle.
I know if I call this once, I think it's more like an emergency line. We should be able to grab it.
Okay.
So 090
Okay, 090
111
111
4
4
111
111
3.
Wow.
So
090 1114 1113.
Yeah.
Oh, you know numbers of people that have money. Yeah.
090
1114
1113 111 So basically, as I said, yeah. So and the Instagram handle is Ifechukudeni IFE CHU KWUDENNY.
I know you will not get it, but
Yeah, of course.
they'll find a way to. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sure it should be on the screen.
Yeah, it's on the screen. So,
it's probably
it's just on the screen. Maybe they will do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I saw this conversation somewhere and it kind of triggered me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm a freelance and a brand reaches out to me and says, help us replicate this product design. Now, the graphics designer, so to say, is now scared that what should I do?
okay, I don't get you.
Okay, so I own this.
Hold on. Maybe it's the way you're explaining it. I think I can get the picture now. There is an existing design. And let me say I am the owner of the company that wants the design. And you are the designer.
Yeah.
And I showed you, I want something like this.
Yes.
But it's not the same color.
Okay.
It's not the same niche.
Okay.
Most of it was like, I see this thing, I think I want something like it. It's not the same niche, not the same color. Design itself, well, except for the contents or some certain things, some certain time that makes it exclusive. Design itself generally overall may not be that exclusive. So there are some contents for design that make it exclusive, like the logo, the name, maybe the words
So
that I said on
when
it.
things like that are changed,
Imagine you're a water company, and that guy is my party for life. Or my party. It's my party for life.
yeah, I think it's my party for life.
Party for life.
Party for life, yeah.
Yeah, water this night. Going to go is my party for life.
You're gonna use that.
No, that one water.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
drink. Yeah, no.
Yeah, drink.
May not be into water. You are into non-alcoholic
Juice.
drink. Yes.
Yeah.
That guy's my party for life.
Juice. Using
You can be, you can be sweet because
yeah, in the same
they're both,
industry.
yes,
The same
no.
class.
They are both exactly
same
non-alcoholic
class.
drink. They are both in the same class. So you are like in cough already. So in mind what you use.
So I
That's
think
why don't just throw words that you find
anyhow,
anyhow.
you need to find a way to personalize
Unless
it
the
or
word
some-
is
a general
it's a
word,
general word.
generic word.
the general word. People say it all the time, like year two period, Merry Christmas,
and all of that.
Happy New
Nobody
Year.
can come and
Nobody
catch
can come and say that trademark Happy New Year. Are you okay? Are you
See,
sick of
trademark
Do you know how many? Do you know how
trademark should even
many? Do you know how many million? How many billion of?
Oh,
how many
people
billion
will-
people that say Happy New Year every single year?
Serious.
So come on, Happy New Year does not pass. It doesn't pass the test. So Happy New Year is not. So it's a general word. It's a generic word. Zap Africa.
Okay.
It's a complicated conversation. You know, Zap Africa was actually not trade. Both of them were trademarked. One of them
Right.
was not trademarked in the class. It was supposed to trademark them.
Okay.
Trademarking. The other was trademarking. The class it was supposed to be trademarking.
Oh dear.
But then the problem is that they kind of are similar,
But they are still different.
but they are different. It's just like alcoholic drink. I can't remember. There are 45 classes. And I know class 36 is financial and real estate. Let me just use drink. There's alcoholic drink and non-alcoholic drink. Alcoholic drink is a different class from non-alcoholic drinks.
Wow, okay.
But they are good drinks. So imagine you're a company that produces both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Meanwhile, it's only one that is available for you to be trademarked.
You know, trademark down.
Let me say your non-alcoholic drink is the only one available to be trademarked. Your alcoholic is a ticket, it's not available. Now what happens?
You trademark that one.
You trademark the one that is non-alcoholic in that class. But the one that is alcoholic, you have to change the name for it.
Or drop it.
Change it. What do you mean drop your product?
That's true. Just change the name.
You have to answer. It's why it will be good. It's easier if you have not. That's
And if you people
that's
don't
say, please.
trademark before they know you.
Trademark before they know you.
You know, it's like
Trademark
a
before
video I
they-
was watching, you know, the person was like, you can practice and fail when you are not popular. The moment you are popular, if you fail, the world will come for you.
The world will come for you. So try as much as possible to.
But at the same time, there's no bad PR.
There's no what?
There's no bad PR.
Yeah,
At the same time, well, if you know how to manage PR, there's no bad PR.
One of the things I would say, one might see, this is how I'm going to close. If you're going to be a beauty, just get team.
Just okay.
One of your team members, if you are building a software, make sure that you get a technical person
Yeah.
that is going to be part of your team. It saves a lot of stress rather than hiring a dev shop every single time. Even if these people are not particularly dev shop, they are software as a service, they always reach out to you. Yeah, it's still going to be costing you money. So just try get someone in-house that can do basic things. One, and get a PR person. I cannot.
Oh
A
God.
PR person is different from a marketing person, though.
Yeah.
A PR person is someone that can turn
A bad news to a good news.
bad news to a good news. Like for example, let's just use this bread case as an example. This bun bread that is suing. I don't know if you've seen the case. A woman who came to the public and showed that this a bread that she has been in her shop for like 2 months. She did not call name. She did not mention
And
name.
bread did not spoil.
And the bread did not spoil. It still smells fresh. She did not. She covered the name actually of the brand because she didn't want to start.
It's
She
a
was
PR,
very
you need
careful.
a PR person to convert
So
such thing.
when the founder, I think it was Bond Bread, I can't remember. The founder, she saw the. I think some people when I went
No,
to
they
it,
know
like
the
people
design
call
and all of that.
no people call her attention, and so now she's suing that woman for 15 million. And after asking her to take the video down, the man refused to take the video down basically because she claimed that because no name was called, no name was displayed. And one of the claims, I've seen people, as one of the things she said was that she saw someone mention Bombay and she liked it. That means that she has consented to it.
As I know.
The thing is, one thing I want to say is this, from my perspective, this is not fact. From my perspective, the fact that I liked your message does not mean that I'm agreeing to your message, because what other things are there on TikTok?
That
Except
I
for
also
like-
liked.
Are there other forms of emoji now on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
No, I think it's when on a comment.
comments, yes.
I'm not sure. I think it's only like.
So I just like and pass. It doesn't mean that I'm agreeing. I'm just like, okay, I like the
That's
train of thoughts, but
another
it may not be it, right? It may not be it. Pretty much. I'm sure that she must have liked a lot of people's comments too.
Usually, just go and like.
So I can go on, please. So if like me said may not really be
The basis
may not be a very very
Strong
good
base.
strong. Well, I'm saying that I'm not going to say that she completely did something wrong. What I'm saying that what I'm going to say is that I wish she has a very good PR.
the brand,
Yes,
they would have literally
they would have.
that.
They would have been able to.
manage.
They would have been able to use that system.
No, that scenario as a very
Now,
strong
the
marketing
truth is
thing.
this. So another bread company
Can
can
pick
use
that.
that. And
That's it. And just be like, our bread, just go around, our bread does not last chemical things in the market.
3 days that's before, because let me say this. Before agege bread that we used to get in Lagos, if you buy agege bread today, this morning, and it stays to tomorrow, it will spoil to buy
Literally.
tomorrow. It will spoil.
She makes bread herself. Like, she makes bread herself. She was not like saying that even the bread that she ate was the bread she made. But all she's just she later ended it with, I'm not saying don't eat bread. All I'm just saying is all this bread that they are making now, they are not safe because
They're not. There is
there's this one that is small. It can last 1 week.
no. Let me just say this. You know what? There is this lady, who was the former, is it MD? They call them at NAFDAC.
No, okay.
My chairman of NAFDAC or MD, something of NAFDAC. Then she's late now. Yeah, so rest in peace. I think she's late now. Yeah, so rest in peace. Who fought the bread industry then when they were adding bromate to bread? That's how you say bread with logo bromate free.
Bromate free.
I don't know, but I started to think like, is either they're adding bromate or they're adding the crazy preservatives to the bread. So whatever they're adding to the bread,
You should help us, please.
It's unhealthy.
Enough bread.
so the thing is, it's not even about the bread right now. But the thing is, they even if they were the one that were being called out,
Yeah. We could have
there would have been a way that a strong PR person would
would
have
have
been able to
converted that
manage
situation.
that situation.
And the next thing you are saying is you are topping the names. Your name is going up again because of
The only thing is that they will not spend money,
literally you spend money for things
and
like
the
that.
money they will spend would have been the money that they're about to lose.
I think I saw one that
They will make money because now what happens is this: if they lose this case, they are done for.
they are done them again.
If they lose this case,
They are done.
they are done.
I've seen a shoe industry that
So at least, honestly, it's not too late for them to pull back and go and
just close the case. That's why many industry loves to
turn to a PR. It's not
many
too
of
late
them
for
they
them.
don't when at times it's one thing to know that I need to do this thing. It's another thing to want to prove that nothing can happen. And I think it's one issue most people used to have. They believe that nothing can happen, I'm fine, I'm cool. What do you want to do? I own the company, I'm not or they will come back and say we are not putting anything. And on the long run, when they start doing research, they will not tell you that you might not be putting something, but something that you are putting inside has something inside, and that's another very long shot. And it's crazy. I remember a shoe industry, and actually wore a shoe, and while running, the sole of the shoe removed. And the next thing the brand will do.
Let me remember Cucurella when he recently signed with is it Adidas or Puma?
I can't remember.
He recently signed a contract with one of those brands, and it was running, and then it removed, and they turned it around. Where they put it?
I can't even, like, I'm trying to remember.
But
What they created after that? You'll be like,
around.
how?
They turned. The thing is that, so if you have a good PR, and you absolutely no bad.
There's no bad PR.
See, let me tell you something. They would have just invited the woman in. What they are supposed to do is this:
Just to bring her in.
No, it's not even. It's to make a publicity.
Yeah.
And make that woman an ambassador.
Let her carry the bread and say, hey guys, you see this bread? I just get a good media team that can just get you crazy videos.
I'm not saying that they should not. I'm not saying if. I'm not saying that they are doing. I'm saying that if there is something they are adding to it, they might have, at that point want to reconsider.
They have to do that. That's just the only thing.
And then make that person an ambassador. And their sales
ads
will explode.
You like just bring the person in, have the person as an ambassador, promise the person, pay the person off, promise the person you're not going to do that, let the person sign NDA.
One of the things I was saying is that if you have built a big company, I don't know if people who have built a big company with them, please make PR
a big thing.
Make PR a thing.
Like literally. And I think
have people. No, there's a difference when you have people, you have employees that are content creators. No,
this is not
that's
PR. This is people that can.
Others can be PRs.
Yeah, it depends on their level of strategic
Of
thinking.
strategic thinking, yes.
Yeah.
But have PRs. Have PRs.
Just have. Hey,
I think I could be a good PR too.
I think I can be a good fit. I
think I could be a good, because when I sit,
when I see that certain situation, that can you convert it?
When I see a PR is that how can
I convert this thing? What can I make out of this thing? I created the fan and the fan fell down. Okay, what can we do next? Just sit down with the engineer. Can we create the fan that is upside down? Something around that. I say, oh, why did the fan fall down? Because we are trying to give you a fan that is upside down. It's can be crazy. Yeah, you know, it's just how you can think inside or out of the box and just get something out.
It's true that if you would check the most crazy P, all the crazy PRs, you realize that what they even it doesn't even make
sense. It will not make sense. When they're telling you the fan out there, then the next thing they will say, oh, our fan fell down. And that's why we are giving you a fan that can move around.
Maybe the fan is trying to fly away.
It can be as crazy as anything.
Honestly,
the fan is trying to follow you.
They release the fly version.
It's as simple as that.
I'm just saying.
A fan that can follow you.
I'm just saying there's a million, that's a PR. That's where the phrase came from, that no publicity.
No PR there's no bad PR.
The people that they are, and those, let me say this out. This is not supposed to be appropriate, but let me just say it now.
Disclaimer.
People who their nudes or they made an inappropriate video, maybe a sexual video, who eventually leaked online, and then there are ways they could turn that around for themselves.
There is always a way.
Again, people, except the only PR that's actually a bad PR is when there are of course pretty bad PRs, and one of those bad PR is there's nothing to change it.
There's nothing to change it. It is what it is.
Like for example, a PR that states that calm down, drum roll, they're going to be executed. So, that's like a public news.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Let me just say something. When Biawu came to power, I think 2015, 16, there were some of these oil thefts in the South who were caught. And Biawu was like saying, I want to make an example of them so that nobody will steal the oil again. Then he actually executed them.
Oh, really?
I think he executed them, or he sentenced them to death because they're stealing countries' property. I said, I do not quite remember if they were executed actually.
At that point in time, or they are still just
or they are still
somewhere.
No, or they are still in prison. I don't know, or they were released.
On the long run.
But all I'm saying is that PR that is because they released their name, it's going to be executed.
That one is that there's nothing you can do about that.
Actually, a bad PR.
That one there's nothing you can do about. You just have to take it.
There are some bad PRs actually. So
but how will I put it? That can come in the place of a brand.
When it comes to branding, exactly.
I'm thinking about something now. You're having issues with the brand because of trademark. It's simple. The news is outside. Create another branding around it. Can't wait to push that.
EFCC is having issues with you because they're a payments company.
Seriously?
Everybody doesn't know this to come and tell the world that my client.
They have to save.
We are having issues with EFCC because they want to get access to your information.
And we are not giving them. I think now imagine what's happening.
Compliance section. In compliance side, that's when EFCC have actually publicly claimed you or claim your brand. It's EFCC, or there are some companies that actually claim now if FCCPC flags your brand.
Oh, okay.
You need a very good PR
to come out
to be able to come out of that.
No, it's one thing to be free in court. It's another thing to be free on the street.
Yeah.
And there's another thing to be free on social media.
There's another to be free on social media. So.
You don't just get the lawyer. So get a PR person.
Get a PR person. Try to turn the story around and try to use the story for your own good, as your own leverage.
Seriously, let's end with this case of these people that hosted event recently. I've forgotten their name. That one, seller, is it not seller and this brand that hosted the event in Lagos, and one, is it not seller that now went to put a banner on their
Stage.
on the, no, on the event center. So imagine welcoming you. You did not hear that story.
I didn't hear it.
It's a wild news. It was a big it's a moment. You know about moment event.
Yeah, I know about moments of it, of course.
I wanted to remember who hosted it. What they're doing is actually similar to what Seller is doing.
Okay.
So during their event, Seller now took a design, printed it and all of that, a banner, like big, and pasted it on the wall of the event center. You get, so I think the said founder of the events of Moment, I forgot the brand, now told them to remove it. When all of them, when I saw it, I'm like, seriously, yes, it's okay the way you remove, but now you did not anything outside. Now the news to circulate the internet, about you, what happened, what was now circulating, you spent millions on it. What's for you?
Publicity.
I want you spending millions on events. Literally, give us in a day, give us close to 20 videos of what happened in the event. You cannot tell, I run hats on everything. You cannot tell me that give us crazy pictures and all of that. In short, take pictures when they are bringing it down and put it online. Now, these are, if you can, you can be as crazy as anything to just change the narrative. And you just, even inside that place, just get someone that knows that, okay, before bringing it down, let's do a video of Kiniko. Maybe people, they put it there. Probably, first thing to ask is, do we have permission to bring it down? Yeah, okay, bring it down, make the face go upside down, nobody's seeing what is there, and let people be working on it as they enter the venue. You see, everybody knows what is going on, but on a plain fact, I'm not literally showing you what they are stepping on. But everybody you understand that everybody knows that this is literally what you just did, and you just like change the narration from they pasted their banner on your wall to the fact that people actually worked on their name to actually enter your event. And just like back it though, you have to be careful when you want to do that one, Tusha. But back it up with a lot of things happening in the event. And I think with that they would have actually override that, because to me the event was not a success again after that, because to me the best of events is not the event itself. It's actually what happens after the event. Yeah, the event was a success, but now after the event there was nothing more to hold people down. Your name was meant to go up, but now instead of your name to be like the flying one, all we now have is now, like you're completing the space. They did not spend like 0.5 of what they just did was just put banner, and now they are dragging the space with you, and people like coming out. I think the moment took their maybe marketing person, and like I'm like,
You see, there are so many fights that are uncalled for. So many fights. Just leave your PR team
to
handle it. Because so many founders, if they know, they'll just start boiling.
They start boiling.
Team.
You should not. They ought to not even.
They're not.
He would know, but
let him focus.
Just not focus on the event, and that's all.
Focus on what matters.
I think from this place, a lot has been said, and one thing is be compliance ready all the time, and I say be able to read and write your contract. Read contract, understand what you're reading, and I think another thing you can easily pick from this point is have a PR person, have a marketing person, and have a compliance person. I think I remember something you said that if you're building a product, software, the best thing is just have a person in-house. That I think that will go a long always having to go to people out. It depends. And if you have the resources, spend your resources protecting yourself. It might not make sense to you now, but don't worry. In the future, it would make sense to you. So, I think we can call it say thank you to Mr. Oduko for. It's nice having you here. No, we are not releasing here with us. Do you want to go here? So, we'll be coming back again to answer some questions, and we have here already. And if you have comment section, they will be answered. If you can't answer them on this live, one thing would you'll get them on as a design with your question answered, and will be posted. So you can always drop your questions. We'll answer the ones we can answer, the ones that we cannot answer. Just watch out by the course of the week. Will be dropped. So you can just check out on Instagram, TikTok, every social media platform. You're welcome. All right. So Mr. Oduko, thank you so much. And I think we'll still be here and see you again for the question and answer time.
Yeah, sure. You will.
All right. Thank you.
It hurts sometimes when you're in that dark place. I need you to hold on. I need you to hold on strong and don't give up. Make an impact in this world. Don't look at it as though it's something that you gotta do temporary. It hurts sometimes when you're in that dark place. I need you to hold on. I need you to hold on strong and don't give up. Make an impact in this world. Don't look at it as though it's something that you gotta do temporary. Although we know that life is short, like the many people in this world, they didn't realize that the next day they was gonna be diagnosed with a cancer. They thought that tomorrow was gonna be waiting for them and they did not wake up. But you are still living. Now what do you have to do? How are you gonna move forward? How are you gonna proceed your life? Life is not a game. Life is living. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. Don't let anyone take away who you are and how true you are and what you matter in this world to so many other people. I need you to believe in every possibility that you have and understand that it is not over for you. And maybe you may be in a position where you feel that you are broken or you're feeling that you're going to be broken. But I'm here to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, that you are built to last. I'm here to let you know that you don't have the right to complain anymore. I'm here to let you know that you got to keep on living and living on strong. You had to experience some things that you did not understand. You had to experience some greatness. You had to experience some weaknesses. You had to experience things that no one could understand. But you are the one that has to be responsible to go through it. You were put on your back, and you probably thought that you didn't have the ability to come back, but you did. Dawn is coming. The sun is going to rise, and you will see the light within you. Don't you give up on life, because once your life is over, you can't come back. Leave your mark. Help someone. Lift someone up when they're down. Be the strength for others when they're weak. And maybe when you're at the weakest point in your life, someone will lift you up. Because we all struggle. No one is immune to it. It is necessary that you struggle. It is necessary that you feel alone. It is necessary that you have to continue to go forward. Nothing can stop this. Because that light has already been there. That light is embedded in you. That light exists in you. What about the other people out here who can't walk? What about the people out there who can't talk? What about the people out there that are suffering from diseases they cannot be cured from? What about you? What are you going to do about the life you have? How are you going to live? How far are you going to go? Run with greatness. Run with a full heart. It hurts sometimes when you're in that dark place. I need you to hold on. And maybe when you're at the weakest point in your life, someone will lift you up. because we all struggle. No one is immune to it. It is necessary that you struggle. It is necessary that you feel alone. It is necessary that you have to continue to go forward. Nothing can stop this because that light has already been there. That light is embedded in you. That light exists in you. What about the other people out here who can't walk? What about the people out there who can't talk? What about the people out there that are suffering from diseases they cannot be cured from? What about you? What are you going to do about the life you have? How are you going to live? How far are you going to go? Run with greatness. Run with a full heart. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to hurt. You got to be willing to yell out. Whatever it takes, keep pushing forward. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can. Yes, it hurts sometimes when you feel alone. It hurts sometimes when you're in that dark place and you feel no one cares about you. The first thing you got to realize is that you got to love yourself. It's about self-love. Start understanding that if you're going to do something with your life, you got to fall in love with yourself again. You got to stop self-hating yourself. Do something that's gonna make you a better person. Make an impact in this world. Don't look at it as though it's something that you gotta do temporary. Although we know that life is short, like many people in this world, they didn't realize that the next day they was gonna be diagnosed with a cancer. They thought that tomorrow was gonna be waiting for them and they did not wake up. But you are still living. Now what do you have to do? How are you gonna move forward? How are you gonna proceed your life? Life is not a game. Life is living. There's the good and there's the bad, and there's definitely the right now. You can't wait for somebody else to make your life better. You got to make your life better. You got to focus on you. Now, I'm not saying forget the rest of the people, but I'm telling you to get rid of the things that are not making you strong, that are not making you better, that are not making you efficient, that's not putting you in a better place, that's not giving you the strength that you need to keep living the life that you have been given. Don't you give up on life, because once your life is over, you can't come back. Leave your mark. Help someone. Lift someone up when they're down. Be the strength for others when they're weak. And maybe when you're at the weakest point in your life, someone will lift you up. Because we all struggle. No one is immune to it.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Creative and Legal Crises, an annual conversation hosted by Cinema, focused on helping creatives understand the professional and legal side of their career. So far, we've explored important topics around creative ownership, contracts, and the risks many creatives unknowingly face. Before we return to the conversation, we would like to thank everyone supporting conversations like this. This event is made possible through the effort of our Cinema community and our partners, Odukohar, Global Creative Hub, Schoolivo, and Oluwadamilola Enduring Foundation, who believe in empowering creatives with the right knowledge and opportunities. Here are a few key insights from the conversation so far. Creatives must understand contracts before signing. Collaborations without agreement can lead to disputes. Protecting intellectual property is essential for long-term growth. Up next, we'll be returning to the conversation where we'll be addressing some of the questions asked by our audience. Let's go back to the conversation.
All right, thank you, Aderoke, and welcome, guys. Welcome back to Creativity and Legal Crisis. We've had an actually insightful conversation with Mr. Odiko, and we actually still having him here to answer questions and literally to answer the questions that we have with us. And just like I mentioned earlier before we left the last session, that if you have questions, drop them. We'll pick your questions and you get them as a design. You can only answer based on time and the little that we can actually answer. So, Mr. Oduko, thank you again. It's nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. So the first question that we have here is: what are the common mistakes people make legally? Just like maybe list 1, 2, 3 for us.
Common mistakes.
Yeah.
People or creatives.
But creatives, let's see, and you're in the context of creatives now.
I think everything we touched in the last conversation, so I'm just going to go over them.
Okay.
Since that I feel I touched.
No.
Okay. So I'm just going to go over them since I feel they were touched. One of it is
Corporate consultant.
No, not involving a lawyer.
Okay, yeah, not involved. Have a lawyer. People don't want to have a lawyer.
Not involving a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm going to say. Is one of the biggest mistakes that creatives, that are entrepreneurs, that are creatives
They
make in their. That's one thing. Number two is one of the core business of a creative is the intellectual property.
Yeah.
It's not having that one ironed out in the early stage. That's another thing, the mistake they make. And number three, to assume that the other person, to assume that the other person they are dealing with is has their best interest. Of course, the person can have their best interest, but don't always assume
that people have your best interest.
People have your best interests. So
yeah.
Try to, as much as possible, to communicate things rather than assume them.
I think the last word you mentioned will take me to the next question because they're kind of similar. Now, in a situation where let's put it like this: I want to put out something. Let's say I want to work on a video and I require a graphics design nobody's getting paid because of it. But imagine it blows up, probably because of something happened. Now, I brought in a graphics designer to design assets, not the entire video. Like, let me say, the title, caption, a flow in transition, and all of that to just enhance the beauty of the work. Now, we are both collaborators in the work. Now, who owns the intellectual property of that work?
Okay, before I talk, remember I was your name, so make sure you call that part and please see yourself.
Okay.
Who owns the intellectual property?
Yeah.
In the outcome.
Yes.
Of if you and
someone collaborated
on a job.
Yeah.
And you guys put in equal amount of work. Let me say the person is a video editor.
Both video editor self, we did half.
The both of you.
Okay, so that means two people can actually own the intellectual property on a project.
By default, yes. The both of you worked on it, yes.
Okay. So the third question is, as a freelance, what are like the important things if they give me a contract now that I must pay attention to or try to look for?
There are so many things that are important. There are very, very, very many things that are important. So if you want to, but see, like I mentioned, one of the most important things in that concerns you as a PR, apart from the consideration, which is the amount you're being paid and the deliverable timeline and the scope of the operation, apart from those things, pay attention to the termination.
Termination, okay.
Pay attention to termination. What are the things that can cause a breach? What are the things that can result to termination? One, how is the termination like? Yeah. That's one. So pay attention to the intellectual property. And if the intellectual property, this thing, the different documents. Okay, read through it. But if it's inside that same one document, pay attention to the clause.
Okay. So when you start saying clauses, 1A, 1B, 1C.
No, they may be good. They may not. They may just trying to. Yeah, they may just be trying to be detailed as possible.
Detailed as possible. Okay.
So, yeah.
So, no.
What else? Basically, as you yeah, there's one more thing you may need to pay attention to: the liability.
Liability.
Yes. What are you liable for?
If people are going to cast online, who will they carry?
Yeah. Let me say, okay, they designed this.
Yeah.
This flyer, but now, if something casts.
Or let's say background music now, they go and sue you because of the background music on a video.
Who is going to be liable for it?
Liable for that.
Yeah. Those things, who is going to be liable for things like
All right, thank you, Aderoke, and welcome, guys. Welcome back to so it's either you provide the license or
unless the only time you cannot be responsible is if the company probably say we're the one that provide you
the song to use.
The song to use. But if they're not the one that provided the song
if you're like
use,
as a creative, you are not actually use that background song. You have to provide the license.
You have to provide either the license to use
or
that
you change it.
or you change it.
It's okay. All right, so this will take me to the next question. How can I actually protect my work online? Is if I post a work online, is it automatically protected that I own it?
What kind of work?
Now let's say I post a dance video, or no, let me put it like this. Let's say I post a video thereabout and I don't want it to be copyrighted, but at the same time I need to put it out so that people can know I can do it. Or let me enter people, this set of people. All these Upwork and Fiverr people. No, they just go to YouTube, pick a good video. That's literally what most of them does. And they go there, put it as their portfolio, and say that they can do this. You get? Now, times like that, imagine I find someone using my own video as their own proof of work.
Can you reach them? Okay. I think Upwork or Fiverr, they have a place where you can report and claim this thing. So,
oh really?
Yeah, they have. I think they have. So you can just report and lay your claim that this work was a farm. You used to bring your own evidence and sources. By the time they find these similarities, that's it. That's reporting the account. But if it is the person posting on social media and say that this is my job and you know you're the one that do the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the person is worth it, you can take the person to court.
I like that use of word. If the person is worth it. Because there's some people that don't worth it.
You are spending money. Unless you have money, you just want to wicked the person. Just want to show the person that next time you will not. Like, you want to make an example of the person.
They figured it for one headline. They just said you don't want to wait, just frustrate their life.
Just want to make an example of the person.
Okay.
But if you know you don't have the money for
just tell the person. Just in short, I think for YouTube you can report, you can claim copyright infringement. For TikTok, I think there should be something like that. You can just
claim it. It may take you a while, but of course you can claim it. The thing will be taken down.
I even saw this will bring me to. I saw some.
But it now depends. You know, there are some people that you may not be rich, but you know that this person has and this person is rich. You can pursue the person now. You can pursue the person, ask the person to take it down. First, you must ask the person to take it down. When the person has refused to take it down, that's it you can now sue.
If the person is going to court.
Now, when the person is worth suing, now, even if you don't have money, I said, you know that the person has made a lot of money from this gift, because you can see the comment that then you can, of course, pursue, claim this thing. Claim everything the person has made.
Claim it. That's meant to be yours.
Come to you, you enumerated to you. Yeah, so there are just a number of ways to go about it. But then, see, many people that will steal your job are not worth it.
Yeah, I'm going to say that because I've seen a lot. But I just want to look at this one. You are just trying to if they get make a living. But have common sense.
Remember Sabinus and Pick.
I think that name sounds something like I know.
Sabinus versus Peak. There is this.
Sabinus. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
There's this.
I was hearing you
but
call it
Peak,
together.
is it
Yeah.
that
I think
went
they
to- I
used
think
his
it was Peak.
catchphrase. Or his, I think they used his catchphrase or something, and he
His
sued them.
catchphrase or his face.
Or his face. I remember that. I remember that he sued them
Yes, he sued them. I'm sure they settled outside court.
because the news did not finish. We only heard when he came out to say that he's going to sue them, and that was all we got. That big people.
That could be his break.
Your break.
That could be.
Then that means in short, once I see it, the first thing I want to do is just go and do my trademark. Once I'm done trademark on it, I'll come back and sue you.
So I think since then, people have been very, very careful with what they post out. You know what? The entire design marketing,
Literally,
they lose their jobs.
they're not that. No, the entire might not. Probably the person that had to like oversee is the boss that
might lose their job because they costed the company.
costed the company what they
Truth
did.
is, it's best to just leave the
The mistake.
That mistake is that money you paid.
Coming back.
No, people you hired there, you just paid. It's just people you paid for because you paid for the experience.
That is.
Yeah.
I remember working on it 3-4 years ago.
I don't know if they fired anybody. That's not done that in overtime.
Overtime. This is your go to your father's house project with. I don't know the second video. The second video editor now actually went to pick a live video on YouTube, similar to the person, like the client gives us topic that okay, create video based on this topic, something like a documentary. You get so. What I get to do is, once I get my topic, I have a writer. I give it to my writer, do proper research, and give me a good script. But I think what the other guy started doing was when he discovered the other channel where the person was getting the topic from, he stopped editing, and he was just picking the videos. So he would just like pick even if you want to steal, there are ways to like steal professionally. You will steal probably let the back start from the front. You can steal and like cut it into small chunks, like scatter it that the person cannot literally point to a 2 second and say that this is, add your own on things and all of that. Literally, there's no new thing you want to create. Everything has been stolen, literally. But I think the guy was just copying like 10, 20, 30 seconds. We just bring it out from one video and slam it, like make his work faster. It's the same thing he's doing. Then the first time, at that point, I did not know you can actually cancel, or how would I say, if YouTube plays a copyright claim on you, you can reject and try and fight it, bring down the video to stay pure and safe and all of that. So they gave him the first strike. The man sent his response to me that, is this my video? I checked it. I went to check because at that time I had the list of all the topics I've ever worked with him. They were much, but I checked it from the beginning. I sent it to my writer also. Did you work on this thing? He said no. So I checked the list. I've not done anything like this. I told him no, I'm not the one. After like 2 days, he just sent me second strike, third strike, and they brought his account down. Lo and behold, it was not in Nigeria. So when he was now trying to talk to me, he said his social security number, everything about him is down. It did not burn him well. He's in Nigeria. Like I'm not open. Even if you open another YouTube channel and you continue, you can just. He said did not burn him well. So say that he wants to try and monetize again on YouTube forever.
Wow.
Till tomorrow. They don't like. That's what he said. He said only if. So it was actually painful for me because it was after that experience that I got to know that when they give you a strike, is bring down the video and like fight the strike. You get while fighting the strike, just bring down the video. Once you bring down the video, there is nothing copyright claim to have on your channel again. It's easily just it dissolves. So it was very hurtful, and since that time, when I see someone trying to work on something, I just look at them. it is really low. And if you don't want to actually, because until I actually after it made me understand the consequences of copyright. And every single time I tell people, it's not something you want to experience or you want to experience, because it's like you into the mud. It's going to, like, your client is going to regret, because for like weeks after, the man will still come back. Is this any of your work? I said, sir, check me. You understand the kind of thing? This topic, I have never worked on it. You like, then when I said something, he said, so one person literally costed me. The funniest part is he was trying to use the YouTube account to promote another website. And that website was an NGO. So the money generated from the website was going to an NGO. So literally, because of one person trying to be smart, the people benefiting from that NGO are suffering. And I just think that as creative, that's why I'll say something to creative. In as much you want to collect your money, one thing you should learn to do is offer value. Like, I'm going to say this. I know your money is big. I know what you are doing is because of your money. But you need to also understand that the person giving you money is also giving you their hard-earned money. Like, the same way you will say, I sweat, I did all of that before I could get this money. They actually also did the same thing before they could get the money. So don't try and, how will I say, be smart. Let the person know that this person is actually interested in my job.
All right, so let me just chip in something. As a creative, you can charge millions.
Seriously?
You can charge whatever you want. You can charge whatever you want, absolutely whatever you want. But ensure that you do the job.
That's it. And do it well.
Ensure that you deliver. Let me put it that way. You deliver. Because there's a difference between doing the
job and delivery.
Ensure that you deliver.
You make the person
deliver
happy.
Means doing a very good thing right on time. Right. You can be expensive.
Like, the way I'm saying, it's actually hurting a little bit.
Yeah, it's painful now. Imagine it does ruin somebody's career. It does ruin somebody's YouTube career.
Like, exactly. Like, imagine how much you'll be making now.
The truth is.
And the account was going, like, with a very fast rate. Do you know, for this person, he did not ruin his career. He ruined mine too. Because there's no account that I can use to say, I worked on that account. The account was...
It can actually, there are ways it can appeal to YouTube and co. There are ways.
Okay, there are still ways.
There are ways you can appeal. I don't know if it's just Nigeria, but there are ways you can appeal to YouTube. I think you can explore that with him.
I think I'll try maybe dropping in the message.
Yeah, ways you can appeal to YouTube. But you know the truth about this thing is that the same thing that people feel in compliances is people feel everything new, everything. The fact that you've not tried something before doesn't mean that it's not possible.
Yeah.
Like I had someone saying that, the startup law in Nigeria, startup law, yes, for startup. That if you're a startup, you are 15 years exempt, you have 15 years tax exemption. The startup, yes, according to you fit the startup definition. But I say there's somewhere there are some kind of registration.
You have to make,
because someone is ignorant about and has never done it before.
Does not mean it's not possible
to say that, before you will get this thing, let me make. Don't.
Serious.
Don't.
Sure.
See, what did they say? See, just try and make mistakes. Don't make mistakes that do too much.
Yeah.
But
this mistake is, I think that in maybe one of the next events, and that is what is great.
One of the fastest way of learning.
Today. I don't want to say true mistakes. I don't believe our teacher. I don't believe that. I'd rather say helps other people to know. And I believe I rather learn from other people. At the same time, it still boils down to
not on one mistake twice.
No. Okay. Okay, yeah. At the same time, as well as the best teacher,
Have you done one mistake twice?
have I?
Have you burnt food more than once?
100.
Whenever you're burning food, what do you notice before the food gets burnt?
I'm not always there.
You're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So the fact that I keep burning food, what does that mean? You keep repeating class.
Literally, I
So
can't graduate
experience
from
is
that
telling
one.
you that until you begin to start paying attention, you will not stop burning food.
Literally, that's why I need to get
So
married.
people pay attention, but they still burn food. You know, it's not like they paid attention. They paid attention to an extent where they stop paying attention. Yes, because you can't tell me that if you keep paying attention, you will still burn the food. Or no, they can pay attention, but they have not paid enough attention to know when the food is not supposed to burn.
Yeah.
So when to put it down. So when they keep paying so when they've got paying attention to the extent where the food is supposed to be brought down, but yet they still burn the food, it means that somewhere in that spot
they lost. Attention.
See, you will keep repeating class in the school of experience until you learn from your experience.
Okay. We agree to disagree.
One more thing. I'll leave this with you. Do not stress yourself too much on names.
On names?
Yes.
What do you, if I have a client as a freelance, a client refuses to honor contracts, probably in payment or in our milestones and all of that, what can I do? And they are not big enough for me to sue.
You won't deliver to.
So it's more like when they breach a contract, me too, I should just go and play.
Did they communicate the reason why they are not able to honor contract?
Probably I don't have that detail, but in a situation where probably they told me, oh, this is what is going on, we may be able to make sure with your payments, but we'll balance up at so time.
Is there an agreement? A written agreement?
Okay, now if you back it up with a written agreement, we are good to go.
Yeah, the written agreement will include that if they do not pay within that scope, interest may be added.
Okay.
And after a particular period of time, if they still do not pay, you own not just only. And then once it has,
when the interest is big enough.
But one thing about this is that you don't have right to collect interest as an individual. No, you don't have the right to collect interest by law. So other places where the other way in under compensation, besides compensation, be taking
just
so it's not yes.
Well, you need to have a lawyer.
You take the word injury. Do you have a license to collect?
But your choice of what determines
your language. Choice of word.
It's been a full time. Thank you so much. Yeah, we had him last. We having him again, and we want to say about Uduko registry. We're looking to launch it.
Today's date
26.
Next week. And right. Okay, early next week. Today's what? 26. No. This week is the end of the.
No. Like the week, there's still like extra days in next week. It's not ending on Monday. It's not.
Thursday is the end of the week.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Oduko.com.
Oduko.com. You should have it on the screen before it all goes out. So thank you so much again for your time.
And if it's not launched, if it's not ready by then,
we will let you know. But really, it's our prayer that it goes out at that point in time. All right. So thank you so much, and it's always a privilege having to talk with you, converse with you, and pick from the wealth of your knowledge. Right? It's a knowledge gathered with many years of experience. So once again, thank you. It's a privilege, and yeah. Now, okay,
thank you for that conversation, and thank you, Oduko Ezekiel, for sharing such valuable insights on the legal reality of working in the creative industry. One of the biggest lessons from today is that being a creative professional requires more than just talent. It requires awareness, structure, and the ability to protect your work and your career. At Agba Cinema, we are passionate about helping creative growth, not just creatively, but professionally as well. If you are interested in learning about video editing, storytelling, and building a sustainable creative career, we encourage you to connect with our community. You can join the Agba Cinema Creators Community, where we share resources, opportunities, and conversations like this. Thank you for being a part of Creative and Legal Crisis 2.0. My name is Adirunke Oluowo, and we look forward to seeing you at our biggest conference of the year, What is Creativity? Take care.